We're going to continue learning some of the advanced features that made up this hairdryer model. Next, we're going to look at how this stripe was made. If we look at it from the front, it has a nice, smooth, flowing arc going around here. Looking at this from the top, we can see how it kind of follows the profile. Remember that this is also tapered 4 degrees. The way that was done is, again, with a sweep, which is the stripe right here. Notice there's also a stripe path master. Let's do the same thing again. Let's kind of zero in just on that feature. And we can see there's a 3D sketch and also a stripe profile, and a 3D sketch had a 2D sketch projected to the surface. Looking at that stripe path master, we can see that it was 114 and the center point is somewhere down here. So let's do the same thing on our example. Let's create a 2D sketch on the XY plane. Slice graphics. Look at it from the front. Let's use our center point arc option. The center point is somewhere down here, and we'll come up somewhere around here, and let's dimension that 114. And it looks like this might be up. Is it up a little higher? Okay, somewhere in between here. That's close enough. Okay, that'll work. Let's finish our sketch. We have a 2D sketch now with an arc. And the next step is to create a 3D sketch. We're going to project this arc onto this surface. So with our 3D sketch, we want to project to surface. We're going to select this face, select this curve, use this output, and click OK to that. And you can see now the orange is this arc projected all the way around. If we look at it from the top, you can see how this matches that arc coming all the way around. Okay, now the next step here, let's finish this sketch. This goes to another feature, and we'll deal with that later. Next, there was a profile that was placed on here. And this profile has basically just a shape that's going to make a nice rounded cut out of here. It's approximately 12 millimeters, and it's parallel to that slope, to that taper. That's also been placed. Let's go back to model. Let's finish our 3D sketch. Now we need to create another 2D sketch on the same plane, XY plane. Let's slice graphics. Look at it from the front. And we're going to place our profile, same thing, on here. We're going to draw a line somewhere around here, like so. And if I click and drag off of here, you can see that I can create a tangency. And if I click and drag off of that, you can see I can create arcs with a click and a drag. We also need a reference line, a construction line. Length is not important. And that's so that we can put this also at a 4-degree angle, so that this now is parallel to our taper angle. This dimension to match our other example, let's align that. This dimension was 12, so I'm quite a bit shorter on that. Let's drag that over. Let's put this dimension in first to hold that shape. Am I right? That was 1.2. And let's slide that down a little bit more. Let's compare that to our sample. We had 1.2, nice rounded edge, 4 degrees. We want to make sure, well, that should work. So we cut approximately like this. This should be tangent, and I believe it was. Now we can finish our sketch. We have everything we need to make our sweep. For our sweep, we're going to use path and guide surface. There's our path. And then, of course, we want our guide surface to be this. That's important because if we don't have that, and we're cutting material away, if we don't use that option, if we just go with path, we get something like this. By using that guide surface, that keeps the orientation to that surface. Now we have that going all the way around, and if we rotate this around, you can see that's how that was made. Lastly, let's take this surface, hold our control key down, this arc, this, rotate this around a little bit. F4, by the way, is the keyboard shortcut I'm using there. And let's right click, go to properties. Let's change the color of those surfaces. And I'm thinking something, we can change this at any time. So now we have something that looks like that. And we'll finish this. And so it matches pretty close to what they had there now. And that's how the stripe was made.